Yeah, just gesturing for this mid and upper B tons control. Buster's going to be the first man to challenge with the USPS at the ready. He's got a funky angle here, but that's a lightning fast headshot, not actually waiting for any of the smokes to go down. And Secret are pushing into this one fairly bare, just leaving themselves totally open for that P2000 USPS combination to chop the first pair, now trio of players away.
Yeah, that's gone horribly wrong for Secret, especially when there's that player playing right at the back of the site behind the box. You're just never going to win that gunfight with a Glock in hand. It just hasn't got the range on it. The USPs and the P2000s are going to tear you apart all day long, but they are certainly doing it with style. A kill on every player so far except Sanji, and they've not expended all too many bullets to do it. Sanji might actually get the last one as well. This could be a teammate squid. There we go. Everybody getting a kill. We're all winners. Is this going to be a run boost? I'm trying to work out if he's just trying to spot out if anyone's jumping up to.
This certainly does look like
this is going to be a run boost with no Kevlar as well. That is a dangerous game. He actually falls off. Come on, there we go. No, doesn't spot out anything. Does see the player on site, but he's not going to be able to connect with the head, and he might just walk straight into the trap. The smoke goes up to draw them in closer, and Yekindar's the one to open things up. SMF, as soon as he goes for this plant, it'll almost certainly be denied. It's James to find it. Radafaction can only get one in return, and it's Synopsy all on his lonesome. 4 players to find. This push has crumbled, and now there's a flurry of weapons over towards short as well for these CTs to upgrade to if they can get there in time. Oh, as they start to expend it, there's 45 seconds left on this clock. They need to decide where they're headed. And they're actually wrapping round to this B site. It's not quite a fake. It's more to cut off these rotations, allow those 3 players that are coming up short to take those gunfights without the CT reinforcements coming in. Nonetheless, they don't seem to be winning these gunfights. James still on the site with this AWP, landing fantastic shots. Synopsy finally finds the kill onto B, but it's a little bit too late, and they're all just crumbling. Synopsy on a very, very late wrap. His position's known, and Virtus.pro recover very, very nicely.
Virtus.pro are hyper aware. They have 3 players on this B site for the first time. I don't know if that's because they've spotted Radafaction inside the tunnels. They've heard him. Instead, it's 40 seconds left. The smokes are placed. And this again is going to be brutal. Here come the headshots. They're absolutely mowing each and every one of these players down. And the AK-47 only finds 1 quick kill. What a shutdown from Virtus.pro. 8-0.
Virtus.pro.
I hate to say it, Jay, but they've not found more than 1 kill in any round thus far. You actually tally up the secret total. Usually 1 kill per round is a really good performance for a player. They're not even finding or averaging 1 kill per round as a team. And at the 80-second mark, it looks like Secret has no chance again in the 10th. They have no idea that the flank is coming through. And Yakindar just absolutely mows them away. This is brutal. The AWP on short. Yes, it's up close and personal. Secret, it's sad to say that this is their most successful round of the game thus far, and they're about to walk into this double B defense where seemingly they have absolutely no chance. Anarchez is doing everything, but they still have to contend with Quicket, and he's not going to let them in, shoving them away at the door. 10-0.
I think they might fall to the same fate that they have done in the last 10. James holding this angle with the AWP, surely not going to let anything through, but Sanji getting a little bit over-aggressive there is going to get punished by Synopsy. So for probably the first time this game, Secret have actually taken the initial man advantage, and there's the second.
Being a save, considering everybody is sitting around the 10k mark, but with Anarchez hitting another shot and sitting away on short, just firing bullets away, leaves James a 1 versus 3 to get done. Wow, that really is James time, isn't it? He knows that he's dead to rights and just doesn't want to give that AWP away. And really start to assert the pressure and close this map out early. Great angle. The flashbang does connect onto both, but not spotting Shanji. Gives him a freebie there on the A site. And back onto ramp to try and contend with this bomb plant. He's got the supportive factor of that Yakindar AWP. And the double spray down doesn't quite come through. Still a 3 versus 2. VP applying pressure from all sides. Leaves Radafaction in a 1 versus 3. This AK-47 has to do something quite special to put Secret's 3rd on the board. He's watching all of these angles. Shoulders spotted. And a second headshot found. Yakindar. He's going to wide swing him. And it's the headshot to finish. 10-3, and Radafaction puts Secret back on the board. Probably the wildest factor that 5 players on $10,000 now have barely anything to spend and utilize. Not checking Sanji whatsoever. Very weak stuff, but the trades come through favoring Secret, putting pressure on Yekindar. He has to be hyper aware that Percy's around this corner. He spots the flashbang, hits the headshot, but all 3 players now maneuvering from long. Has to be aware, drops the bomb, and cannot find Synopsy. So even
turns it from a 4-on-3 into a 2-on-2. Very, very doable stuff now. But with Buster falling, Quicket's in a difficult situation. Does find the first, tapping away at the head of the second. Anarkez just needs to stay alive here. He's got a favorable position, but with Quicket on 10 HP, I'm not sure if Anarkez knows it. That nade's going to do tons of damage, and Quicket finishes things off.
Instead, that allows Secret to creep incredibly close. And I don't know if Sanji's going to be massively aware of this. That seems to be a bit of a gap in the smoke. He flashes instantly through for 2. Quick kills. There go the trades.
That is an incredible start. And Buster, actually the man to get the headshot onto Radafaction. The bomb will go down for Secret, but it doesn't mean all too much in the 15th. All it does is give Anarkez a little bit of extra pressure to apply here, and as he actually connects that shot, Secret onto 4, a rather respectable scoreline considering they were 10-0 down, and Yekindar still has an idea that he might be on the site, walks straight into the sight line of Anarkez. It just didn't pay any dividends. Now they're walking through these middle doors. They want to try and find this kill onto Radafaction. If they can do so, it might just open something up, give them an avenue to wrap around to this B site where there's only a single defender, and as Radafaction falls, here's the possibility. It's SMF to hold it all up on his lonesome. He has to find so many kills, it's not going to happen. Jane puts a bullet in his head, and all of a sudden this has turned on its head.
This is tragic. Low HP for Virtus.pro, but this B bomb site under lockdown. Yekindar the first to fall, evens up the numbers. But Secret need to connect with these shots right now, and the crossfire is firmly in place. Synopsy dives in, but only for 1. This USPS being held at bay. 12-4 for Virtus.pro, as that pistol round might just seal the deal on their map pick. And that smoke grenade is just going to buy Synopsy a little bit of time and a bit of space to maneuver his way through and back into pit. I like how he's just isolating these angles here with one of the single rifles, but as soon as he drops, that's pretty much one whole side of the map taken care of. It's only Anarkez's AWP, and he hasn't been massively convincing this map, to say the least. As the smokes go down, that's probably going to bait him in just towards this side of the map and hold him at bay further, where VP can just go for the full rotating wrap. With the Deagle spotted and fragged, there's no way Anarkez will go to this B bomb site without any information here. There's a chance that these Deagles even just get caught. VP, this is perfect for them.
Oh. Yeah, double headshot from Buster there. Nothing really that Anarkez can do, especially with those doors being smoked off. He's even been spotted on the cross, so they're going to know exactly where he is and when he's going to be arriving. Actually does quite well to land that shot as he pushes through the smoke, but Sanji instantly trades it.
1 minute 30 and already the kills coming through. Radafaction still the last line of defense on the B bomb site, and he doesn't put up a fight. This game, MNJ, is over. There's no chance this 2 versus 5 clutch is going to come through on the B-bomb site. Virtus.pro are going to have to make some massive mistakes to blunder this one. And with James just holding down the line, Anarkez will go for some consolation frags before Dust 2 comes to a very firm end. 16-4 here to kick off our day in the quarterfinals. There's no way for Anarkez to get back into this one. Buster absolutely confirms it. And there is your scores on the doors. It's a 16-4. We go on to Overpass next.
Yeah, you don't really want to be going for this B retake on the pistol round, but that's looking like that might be the case here for Secret. They're all stacked up over towards Connector. As soon as this bomb plant comes through, they'll probably try and rotate for it. And Virtus.pro, they're so aware they can hear all the footsteps, and now they want to take the gunfights, but they've lost all of them. Oh, wow, that has completely fallen apart.
yeah, that nade damage is very important, very influential. And at the 80-second mark, VP have taken a lot of map control towards this A site, and there's a frag for their troubles. Now the double set piece on long needs to come to fruition. It hasn't been spotted out. This is actually a good prod to go for a retake. And with an AK actually finding that first shot and the bomb not going down, Secret are really nicely set up to deal with all of this. And there's Anakez finding not just one, but two, closing down the A attack. And now in an even Steven scenario, Percy's going to find another one. A bit of miscommunication there. That's not even his first kill of the round, so they should have been aware that he's still posturing towards that side of the action. Ooh. And with the Ekandar turning his back, a bit of a mistake there from Virtus.pro. You see the nade stack again fly through for Virtus.pro, but it doesn't connect with anybody. That being said, Buster a first frag and almost a second doing decent damage under Radifaction. And the Galil just cannot connect. Secret are holding up quite a dominant line. Now a 3 versus 2 to carry through.
Oh, nice headshot. Does bring it back into a 2-on-2. So they commit to this B-bomb site, though. Unaware of the positions of these final two. They will know there's one Heaven now, but quick at falling. Leaves it all down to Jame. Both players coming to his left. He still seems to think there's one in Heaven. He has to be careful here. P250 in hand. Not going to spot out anyone just yet. There's Radifaction able to find the kill as well. Percy doesn't even swing off of the contact. Now gives Jame an opportunity, but is he going to expect him to be to the left? Apparently, he now does, but can't quite finish him off with that P250. Percy's going to find the kill.
To these HEs, again taking the early damage. This time, yeah, they roll into the B site, and this looks a little more convincing. They've already burst through this crossfire and found both of those initial frags, and this is one that they surely want to go for in the 3 versus 3, and even Steven scenario. The flank just pile driving through, but Jane finishes him, and now the AWP just cannot connect. Anakez is losing teammates left, right, and center, and now has to concede, give Virtus.pro their first round. And Quicket just moving out solo. This doesn't seem to make much sense. He's totally isolated and nobody to trade whatsoever onto Synopsy. This is so isolated. I really don't know what's happening for VP here. They seem like a totally different team. And once more, they should get ground to a halt here by this defense. And obviously being the anchor, gets his head ripped off. There's still 2 players where this came from. And as the C4 gets tapped away, Percy dealt with. Back to a 3 versus 3. How has this tactic worked out for VP? They now find themselves in an afterplant position with 2 players at the ready. One of which being Jane with the AWP. Heading over to Monster. He's got coverage from behind, but the flashbang's perfect. They're not contending with the flank, but it's not coming through, and James seems to be hitting everything. There's the AK springing to life, and James nails another one. Radifaction up close and personal, gets his head blasted. What the hell was that from Virtus.pro? With the smoke fading, they don't really seem to have any coverage option for Percy. As he goes down, there's no trade potential. The nade can actually do tons of damage there. SMF 18 HP and taken out clean. And there's the AK-47 to finish off that penultimate member on the defense. Synopsy, well, he's making his best effort here towards the B site. Just too hot to handle. Leaves Anakez a 1 versus 3. Really needs to save this AWP at this point.
Bomb's still quite far behind, but Ekandar will be able to grab it on the rotation. And with Jame finding that initial kill, now they have the man advantage to push through. Make that a 2-man as they find another. An SMF, well, a valiant attempt, but he's going to fall. And now the B site's open for VP.
And once again, it is another 1 versus 3 scenario. It gets traded out perfectly. If you take 100% win rate against them, great. You can win a map of Overpass, but maybe not at this level. And VP is showing us a different level of class here on their T side. This could have been a 12-3, another 11-4, 12-3 half for VP. Fortunately, with the pistol combination and that first rifle round, remember that's all they've really won when you count all the ecos, work out where VP have actually been spending their money. Here in the last round of the half, yes, the rifles do get sandwiched once again, but I think VP have only lost 2 or 3 rifle rounds thus far. And now Buster does have a chance, but he gets sandwiched. 7-8.
It's a brilliant counter strat from Virtus.pro, but they have to connect all the shots, and when these Glocks are up close and personal, they can do a lot of damage. Nonetheless, the CTs, they're connecting everything, and Yekindar and Jame cleaning things up beautifully. That's 3 very, very nice kills. If Virtus.pro can take it, they extend this lead even further, and you've got to remember, Secret was 6-0 up. This is all falling apart for them.
Yeah, when you put it like that, VP have taken 10 of the last 11 rounds. This might be a change of pace, but again, the trade comes through. Quicket spots absolutely nothing, but the community and James just delaying the setup with an incendiary grenade. He's playing this one to perfection thus far, and Sanji will have a powerful angle to contend in the afterplant. I like how Virtus.pro do actually just allow this bomb to go down. James on low HP doesn't need to take the firefight, and now they can move into this one with both the positional advantage and the firepower advantage. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Radifaction needs to come up huge. He does find James to start things off, but another double set piece towards Bank, and VP cash in on the aggression, leaving just Percy, 29 HP and almost no chance in this one. The nades don't even have to roll in since Sanji finds the headshot beforehand. This time it finds a frag. That's pretty much the jackpot there for Secret, as they don't have to take a fight whatsoever, and they find themselves one player and up. Now they can challenge Yekindar. He has been spotted, and imagine the wrap is going to come through, and he's in a bit of a tricky spot right now. Has to bail himself out of a bit of trouble. Remember, another kill is absolutely influential here, and he does find one, a 3 versus 3.
This thing's worse. They've got all 3 CTs stacked up over towards B as well, so with only 3 men going for this attack, 20 seconds on the clock, there's huge time pressure. Virtus.pro know exactly what's up now. They have to smoke this Molotov and charge through. They can't afford to wait any longer, and they're just being mowed down as they go through. I have no idea how Virtus.pro have such an incredible read on the situation time. I like the composure here from Secret. After finding that initial pick, they don't just burst in. Instead, they continue to play this slow setup where they try and creep in and gain control. The real issue is that Yekindar's come in from long. He's denied the bomb from wrapping around. Radifaction is able to retrieve it, but that's going to delay the rotation coming through further, and the CTs are on the bomb site ready to hold it up. They need to find the kills, though, and well, only going 1 for 1 just isn't good enough. But with Yekindar still from behind, he does all the damage.
Looking for 15 here from VP. That would be series point and a very quick 2-0. Fortunately for Secret, the kills are coming through. The rotator's at the ready, but a 2 versus 4 scenario. And Yekindar, yes, he's up close and personal, and aided by the flashbang, gets right in behind the defense. 2 quick headshots, and the opportunity for a third just runs out of ammo. And there's Sanji just to backtrack. That's the important factor, trailing by 5 and giving away one of these buy-round opportunities. But, well, that might be 99 to Secret. Triple spray away, but the boost is coming through, and Percy has absolutely no idea about this one. He's moving through the sandbags, and, well, there's 1 kill, and Jane up close and personal also going to drop. Now it's just down to the Deagles, and Buster finishes off the job.
Yekindar, he's got himself in a really nice aggressive position here. Might be able to catch out these players as they go through the smoke. And there we go. That's Percy falling early. Yekindar even goes untraded as he's able to slip away through the smokes like Batman. Radifaction, good for 1. But yeah, these refrags are just coming through. Virtus.pro, this is really, really solid. The Secret start to backtrack. The bomb's going to head back round to this A bomb site. There's still 2 defenders holding. Yekindar's wrapped all the way around. He's got himself a nice new angle on long, and he's here to punch in for even more damage. He's been such an impactful player throughout this.
But he does need to maybe even make the cross and get this C4 through. Now going to plan, but it's all in the open. He drops, and that should just be game over. That might be the last mistake of the series for Secret. SMF are 1 versus 3, and this really has to be a showstopper right now to get them onto double digits. 13 seconds left, and that C4 still isn't down. Tapping it in, that's the 4th fake. He finally gets the digits through, and that's the first headshot. It almost converts onto Buster, but it's GG for VP, as they get to 16 first against Secret's 9. Wow, that was quite a powerful series from Virtus.pro, considering that they were, what, 6-0 ahead?